So for every currency, you need liquidity if you want to change it and everything. So in the last
Correct.
network, in the Vow ecosystem, we have liquidity pools. What for?
So when a merchant issues V dollars, those dollars are out there in the hands of the public, right? And eventually they'll come back to the merchant. It could be that, from drinking a cup of coffee every day at Starbucks, I collect enough V dollars that I now have enough dollars for a pair of shoes at Nike's, right? So Nike takes the V dollars back, and the question is, what does it do with those V dollars? And there are different phases of maturity, the different stages of maturity to the ecosystem. In the earlier stages, Nike also will not have yet made the mental transition that V dollars are dollars. And mostly that mentality has to do with the acceptability of V dollars, right? In the beginning, merchants are accepting them, but manufacturers are not. So when Nike receives these V dollars, their question is, how do I convert them into real money? And the answer to that question is liquidity pools. They're going to take those V dollars and dump them onto a liquidity pool. So the money is already sitting there waiting for them. And then they take that real money and they go pay their vendors because their vendors accept real money. Across time, what happens is we collect the manufacturers so that if the manufacturers will accept the V dollars, then even though there isn't always a direct relationship between the retailer and the manufacturer, because there's wholesalers and there's brokers and there's all this kind of apparatus in between, if the manufacturer will accept the V dollars and the retailer has the V dollars, right, then you can make the intermediaries accept it, and now the V dollars can flow all the way through to the manufacturer, right? So now that the retailer can actually pay for the stuff, for his cost of goods in V dollars, now it becomes real money to them, right? Now they go like, okay, well, sure, we'll accept all of them because we can spend it. And actually before that, there's another stage where they may not be able to pay for cost of goods, but they can pay for cost of labor. So corporations will be able to pay their employees in V dollars because the employees can go to the supermarket and pay for food with V dollars, or to the gas station, or they can pay their insurance in V dollars. So all of this is a series of overlapping sort of interconnected emergence, right? It's I forgot now what I think the Buddhist term is interdependent origination, right? It's the whole thing rising at different areas of the world and sort of interconnected, pulling itself up. And then at the end of that, of course, V dollars are real. And then the realization will be, actually, V dollars aren't what's really real. It's actually Vow that's really real. So here we differ from the US dollar in a very significant way, because the dollar has no reserve currency. The dollar is the reserve currency, right? And when you can expand the reserve currency in an arbitrary way, you've destroyed its qualifications as a reserve currency. In our case, we can print as many V dollars as we like, right? So long as they have the proper collateral in Vow, so that the issuance of V dollars is actually a proxy for demand of Vow, and Vow is limited in quantity. Therefore, it rises and serves properly as a reserve currency. So what happens is, there's a point, at present we are requiring a 20% reserve, which is already exorbitantly high compared to what the Federal Reserve is requiring, right? Because they used to require 10%, then it was 5%, and now it's none, right? Now they don't require reserves at all. we require 20% reserve in Vow. And that's really because we understand that at this level of maturity of the ecosystem, we need to incentivize it. Once the ecosystem starts to grow, we will ratchet that up to maybe 40%, and then 60%, 80%, and eventually 100%. When we require 100% collateral in Vow for the issuance of a V dollar, the V dollar basically disappears, right? There is no point anymore in having a V dollar or a V euro or a V ruble or ringgit. And at that point, Vow becomes the actual currency of the planet,